Cool. So, you might be wondering why we're all here. It's basically, I just wanted to pick your brains of how did you even think of starting Amanzi? What went on? When did you buy the land? How did you even come up with the idea of starting such a place in the middle of nowhere, essentially, at least back in 2010?
So let me go 50 years back into history, into time.
Okay.
So basically started by my dad. He started my dad started as a lawyer, and he kept on getting clients for the passport affidavit kind of a thing. I mean, people used to approach him for making affidavits for passports. He saw strong demand for passports because there was a Gulf boom. Immediately he started travel agency concentrating only for passports.
Okay.
My dad being extremely aggressive in marketing, he absolutely killed the market in terms of the service charge, and immediately he became like king of passport. He was known as king of passport in the entire Bombay. Forget Bombay, you can say entire India.
Okay.
He was the number one in making passports. After doing that, he saw potential in tickets, air tickets. He again revolutionized, or I can say like he killed the market by keeping the airline. During those times they used to give 9% to travel agents. Out of that, he started diluting 8.75% to the market and just kept margin of 0.25%. As a result of it, he became again number one as a travel agent. Things changed, competition came, airlines pattern changed, airlines came up with incentive system. That incentive system, my dad was not comfortable because he was not a person who used to take any risk of a future whether I will be able to achieve the targets. As a result of it, the productivity went down, and that is the time when I was in college and I was seeing how the rise of the travel agency and then the starting to see the downfall of the travel agency. That was the time when I've just finished my college and I took admission in law, which was my favorite thing to pursue. Doing law and then going to office and seeing what it was, the glory days. I told my dad, I can't do office and law, let me concentrate fully into business and let me see what best I can do. That is a time when computers were introduced. Computer in the sense, the reservation system was introduced in India for the first time.
What year is this?
That is 1994.
Okay.
That is a time when it was like the biggest revolution happening to travel agents, and I made use of that system to such an extent. I mean, I don't think so any travel agent would have exploited the system. It's like I don't know how to explain. Only a other travel agent who must be seeing this podcast will understand what I'm trying to say. It's like giving full access to a travel agent of airline reservation system, which I used to a maximum capacity.
Okay.
Again, we saw the graph of going up. Travel agency, again we became top 10 in travel agency. When we were at the peak, again I saw online systems, online travel agents coming up like Make My Trip and all that. During our peak time, I thought we have to diversify into something else before the system again changes. So that is the time when we started looking for land.
Okay, wait. Okay, perfect. So now between 1994 to 2005, correct?
Yeah.
So for those 9 years, you were in Vijay Travels, which is your company.
Correct.
Yes.
Okay. And your peak was around 2005.
The peak was right from, you can say, 1997 till 2009, 2010.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, it was
but
a
you
big-
took the call, you started thinking about even moving out of the
during the
industry
peak
during
time,
your peak.
because Make My Trip, Yatra, and other online travel agents, they started mushrooming from 2001 to 2005. Yeah, that was a .com kind of a thing. Yeah, boom.
Right.
So that is the time I noticed that, and immediately I could foresee that the brick and mortar travel agents won't survive. It is better to change right now rather than just becoming dinosaur in future. So that is the time when we diversify.
Okay.
Yeah.
There are many things to be. I mean, there are a lot of things have happened during that period.
But we're here for talking about Amanzi.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
So let's get to 2010 now.
Correct. So 2010, we bought the land. We found that this land would be insufficient. Then 2011, we bought the adjoining land.
Sorry,
then
so
2012
was how many acres?
1 acre.
And then 2011?
Again 1 acre.
1 acre.
And again 2012 we bought on 1 more acre. And 2012 and we started the construction. And 2015 we started Amanzi.
So when you bought the land, was Amanzi always your first idea, or there were a lot of thoughts
You
before?
can say I am a reluctant hotelier.
Okay. Can you expand on that? I don't understand.
The passion for me was architecture, and that what I thought, like what I like, I want my guests also to experience the same thing. And I was extremely confident of my product. The reason is we were selling during our travel agency days, we were selling hotels. Thanks to Anaita, she was the best seller in Vijay Travels. Knew the market inside out, what people like, what kind of hotels they like. Not only that, she was in the committee of TAI. TAI is a travel agents associations where one of the member is taken from TAI committee, and they represent in short whichever hotel is there in Bombay and they want 5-star hotel rating, she has to be a member of it. So she was knowing the operations, how a hotel functions, what requirements are there for becoming a 3-star hotel, a 4-star hotel, a 5-star hotel. She knew inside out what exactly is required for. So that was, it was not when we started Amanzi, it was not nothing new that we were knowing in short what the guest requires. It was only thing is we had to build it as per their requirement.
Okay, great. So when did you officially come up with the name Amanzi? Because as you said, and you say this quite a lot, that so a
lot of thought process goes behind. What I noticed, people come with random names. Say for example, I'm just giving you an example. A person is coming up with a Mexican restaurant with a French name. There is no correlation to it. You know, whenever you're coming up with a name for any business, it has to be very unique, number one. So the recall value is not only that, and whenever you are very unique, when you do search on the Google, it has to be on top.
The first search.
If you are coming up with any common name, you are lost in, it's impossible for a person. So it becomes, you have to be different to be on number one.
Okay.
That's
so circling back to, what struck, like where were you sitting, or what were you doing, or what was your process behind naming a brand? Because I think that's quite important for a lot of people.
Yeah, so
how.
So I wanted to put a name which is associated with surroundings. So we are surrounded by water, and I wanted to associate a very, very different sounding name with water. So I started doing my research and all that, and finally I found a South African Zulu language, Amanzi. Amanzi means water in African language, and it sounded very unique, very different, and it is nowhere, I don't think so anyone has used Amanzi name in India at least. So that's how it started.
Okay, interesting. So now, when and how did Tushna join Amanzi? What period, how?
So
or are we missing something before that? So 2015, I remember frankly that you guys had just started Amanzi
We
right
just
off the
started
bat
randomly.
on 5th September
We just
because
started, yeah.
you had an inquiry of a
Yeah.
big party here, essentially,
Yeah.
where nothing was functioning, kind
Nothing.
of. But you got the order of
And
a big
I
party.
still remember we just started, we didn't even know, we just like the day we had to inaugurate, we were like all lost, and Tushna had just come to help, like just to help, and then
She was on a break, and
then
she joined.
it just happened.
Yeah,
It just
okay,
happened.
it just happened.
Puja.
It was a puja that we
Yeah,
were
doing
at
Amanzi.
Come with mom and dad, and we were just sitting in the living area just like that and just talking and stuff.
Randomly.
And we were thinking like what should be the price point of it and stuff like that. And then we were like,
Yeah.
but if Anaita has to, because she knows like everybody, so for her to like give me a good deal. So I just jokingly said, don't worry, just give me the calls. I'm really good at saying no, So I just take the calls and just say no discount. This is it. You take it or you leave it. That's how it actually.
Just started, yeah.
And then because we got the Mr. N. Chandra who did that marathon which he used to do every year, and he's like,
Yeah.
I need the rooms for my guests, like open up. So we were like, okay, and that's when I came and I said, yeah, I'll help because I've worked with hotels, and I still remember us sitting and ironing, showing the house
Everything.
how to make
Oh
the
my
bed.
God.
So it started. That's how it started.
Exactly.
Like we were literally standing and ironing things and
Making
showing
the
them how to
beds
do it.
and everything, like from service point of view to bring the food down to the buffet, everything we've done it ourselves because that's how we just started. And I still remember the party we just started. We were like, oh my God, how are we going to handle so many people? We just opened the doors and we took that plunge. But always we've had this challenge, and we always take up one challenge, and we've always done that. Before even starting any new room, for whatever reason, we get a booking prior to like even the room starting. So we're like, okay, this is the deadline, we need to start this room. So this is a challenge. We've always accepted it, and we've always been successful by the grace of God. Yeah. Touch wood, yes.
So I think we're pushing ahead a little bit. We need to give the viewers a slightly more circle back view. So now we started in 2015. How many rooms did we have?
7 rooms.
7?
7.
Okay, great. So that includes the 3 garden view rooms, the 4 deluxe, and 1 cocoon.
Yes.
Correct. And that is in 2015.
Yes.
So now we moved. When was the next suite added, which was a luxury suite? What
Then
year was
every
that?
year.
Every year we
So
kept
what
on
year
adding.
was that?
So 2016 we
16.
started luxury suite,
Okay.
and simultaneously we started spa also.
Clouds.
And the spa, same year?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. And then that's 2016.
Yes.
And then the next year is the glass
Glass
tree
Treehouse,
suite.
2017, yes.
2017 or 18?
The construction started 2017 and we launched finally in 2018. Yeah.
Okay. And then we had the owner suite way later because
Way
of course
later.
COVID came in the middle and
Yes.
we're going to come to that in a bit.
Yes.
And then we had owner suite in about 2023.
Yes.
3.
22 we started.
24.
Yeah.
23 we started, and 24
Yeah,
we
okay.
kind of
Okay.
went live with it. Yes.
Okay, great. So now let's circle back to 2015 again, now that we have the timeline.
I just want to cut you there and just want to add something what Vijay said about his dad, and just want to put some more points on that. Like, of course, he said everything about dad, and I'm sure he's listening to us and he's still blessing us because he was a visionary, and the same vision has gone into Vijay, and that's how we've created this whole. Might get emotional, but yeah, that's what it is. And when I got married and I went, when I was at their house, and daddy used to tell me this practically every second day, beta, one day you're going to start a hotel. I'm telling you, you need to start a hotel. And I was like, daddy, don't be funny. We don't have time from Vijay Travels. Like, look at your son from morning 8 o'clock to 12 o'clock. He's just slogging in Vijay Travels. We're working so hard. He's saying, I'm telling you, I'm telling you. So that man had that vision when I got married in 1999. So I'm talking then. And it had to be through because that vision had to go into Vijay, and that's how it just happened. So I just wanted to add that point with his dad. You may continue, sorry.
No? Oh, perfect. So yeah, in 2000, actually no, might add to that actually. So in 99, if he is talking about hotels and travel, so just want to interject because I don't remember this. Were you as a family interested, like used to travel a lot? Had you been touchwood, like had the ability to travel a lot to get the knack of design, architecture, hotel? Where was because it had to be something in childhood or something he has put into you that you have grasped this so neatly and so well?
Honestly speaking, again, I don't know how to start.
I know you have given me stories of you traveling and You've gone on your solo trips to
Of
Europe.
course, you've
or
traveled
gone-
with your family a lot.
Has that, like, the itch to open a hotel has come from those
Never,
early
No,
days?
no,
never. That's the reason I'm saying I'm a reluctant hotelier. It's like hospitality has never been my forte, but of course it has been forte of Anaita and Tushna. They have been like the pillars of Amanzi. They are the front of the guest. You can say I am more like a contractor.
Correct. Yeah.
And a maintenance guy kind of a thing. that is my forte kind of a thing.
that's the
It has
most
never been
important.
my strength in terms of handling the guest. It has always been Tushna and Anaita. So that's what I can say.
Now coming back to Tushna, because she always has an interesting story of explaining to me, because that's how I have to currently explain to the guests that why we don't have TVs. So I always have to go back to that story in 2015 which she kept telling me. So if you could just enlighten on that story on how you also found out that TVs were a no here, because we were thinking of putting it.
Yeah, because like we said initially when we started the place, it was like let's just start it. We had to cater to those 5 rooms that they needed, and we said, okay, let's just open it. I don't think we ever had the intention of like not putting a TV. It's just that it was not done yet because we were not ready to open according to us. I don't think we would have ever been ready to open had that push not happened. Because they are the ones who really gave us a push and say that, go ahead and do it, and it's not as what you've made out in your head. It's not as bad as it is. So, and that's when people started staying, the first initial guests that we had, and they are the ones who came and said that, it's that you don't have televisions here is such a great thing. You don't need it. Please don't ever bring televisions here. It will just take away from this place. So because we had guests who consistently kept telling us that, that's when we decided that, let's give them what they want, and it was a huge risk. I mean, because television is something that is so basic now. It's not considered an amenity that, it's just understood that it's there. So we never did it to set us apart. It just happened because it was something that the guests wanted. Yeah. And then inevitably it became like what we were known for, that, and we've had so many guests who come up and still say that, you have very few who say that, oh, you don't have a TV. But at the end of the trip, they're all the same people who are like, it's great you don't have a TV here. We got to spend time with each other. We got to talk to each other, and things like that. So whenever the guests ask me, like even on the call, that's a simple thing I say that, but this is what you do at home every day, sir or madam. It will be great if you come here and just spend that quality time with the person you've decided to come and stay, And they all laugh and they all say, okay, great, okay, I get it. So that's how.
Correct. But add to this, we had connections for television. Yeah. We had decided. We had decided. Yes, we did have the provision for television. We had made it ready, but it's just that we didn't put it. And to add to this, we are children. Literally, we've got that book. We can show that book. The child has written, "Thank you, auntie, for not having a television." And that day, I told them, it's decided, whatever happens, I am having no television, because if a child has said, I don't require a TV, that's it. Matter over. And we took that as a challenge, you can say it a challenge. What if we became different? We didn't have Wi-Fi for the longest time, mind you. Now we've got Gen Z.
6 months now, we've got the
That is thanks to Gen Z. Yeah, that's only now that we've got.
November 24. November 24.
Yeah, because
and that also in such a very remote location.
And that's because of you, like because of Rahul when he joined, and it's because of his idea and everything. So
you were behind it, and something that we need to give the guests, and it's important. And because for us, it was like we were happy working on a hotspot. I functioned for 9 years
like this
on a hotspot,
exactly.
The hotspot or the Airtel or the Vodafone, and it just worked just fine. But so.
The timing fit well because the Jio tower just came in the same month.
It
just
timing
close
came
by, so
correct.
Helped us.
And also because we've always believed in, if you're giving a service, it should be a great service. Otherwise, don't give it. It's not that we didn't have local connections. We did have a local connection which we were functioning on, but we were struggling with it. So imagine if, and we never wanted to charge for Wi-Fi. Vijay was very clear on that. If we bring Wi-Fi, it's going to be free for the guests. It's not going to be a chargeable service that we're going to do. So unless and until we could deliver the thing, it didn't make sense bringing it in, because we see reviews for so many of the hotels around the area who've introduced it, and because it doesn't work because of where we are. But for a guest point of view, if you said that you're providing this service, it has to work at 100 and whatever you call it, I don't even know, like what speed it's supposed to work at. they don't see that, you're in a forest or, these things could affect. But yeah, so that's also one of the reasons.
Very
why
big
we
reason.
did.
Yes,
Very big
yes.
reason that we couldn't deliver that service, and then we'd rather not have it than,
Give something which is not okay.
Okay, now circling back to, you mentioned that spending time with family, and that's what the ultimate motive was for the guest to do.
Yes.
So just to leave it here, what are the pros and cons with working with family? Because that's a very different dynamic which a lot of people don't see, or no one sees in fact.
Yeah.
I think so. You take your close members
For granted.
Correct. Yeah.
And any reaction is not accepted sometimes, so that is the only thing. Otherwise,
I think there are more pros than cons.
Of course.
Definitely, because in any business, if it's a family run business, it's absolutely amazing because you can just trust each other blindly. You can just leave the decision to anybody blindly. That's the biggest pro. Cons though, it has to happen, because if there is no con, then there is no fun of it, or working, there's no challenge. If everybody's on the same page, then absolutely no fun. What's the fun? It's like very artificial. So you have to be real.
There are 8 billion people on the planet. There will be 8 billion opinions.
Exactly.
Yeah, so
but opinions matter, and that's how we learn from each other, actually.
Opinions matter because, like Vijay said, that it's different because you take it differently. Like if you're being told, like if he's telling Anaita something off or me something off, we have the confidence to put our point across, which then maybe gives him the
liberty
thought
to
that maybe I need to think this through, because if it were just a regular employee, they would just go by what he says.
Yeah.
He may be right.
Yeah.
Not saying that
But you're
he's
putting a
wrong,
seed in his head
but
to
at
think.
least also he's considering that.
Correct.
So, that is also a pro, because you're actually getting an unbiased opinion of what you are, thinking about. Like, I really don't think this works, or yeah, this really works great. He may not agree with it, but at least he'll take it a little seriously because it's come from XYZ. It's like that. So yeah.
And also,
That fight.
among 3 of us,
There's been days where it's like, I'll kill you, I feel like killing you, it's like that.
but that's the fun of it, yeah.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, we know that the goal at the end of the day
Yeah.
is it's for this baby that
Yes,
is there.
yes.
So it's like that.
and I think so, we are bringing 75 years of experience on table among 3 of us.
I know where that's coming to. It's again my 2 years of experience, which is
So-
fine. And
And we respect each other's decision after 24 hours, 48 hours. Yeah, we think, oh yeah, Tushna makes sense,
Makes
what
sense.
she said.
Sleeping
at
over
the
it
very,
always helps.
Correct.
I've realized that very slowly, still not completely, but I
It
will
takes time.
get
yeah.
to
takes
that.
time.
It takes time.
Takes
It takes time to adjust.
If you know what, then you also pick the battles you feel that are
Worth the
fighting
picking.
on.
Yeah.
You have to ignore some. Now we've learned
Yeah, exactly.
over the years that
Actually, we were all fighting on
every single thing.
Fighting, but
Friction.
just like you
There's
said,
no
there are
fight in-
different opinions,
Yeah,
right?
in
Different
business there is no fight. It's just argument, and you're just like dwelling on your thought, like which is not agreeable to everybody. But that's not a fight.
After
It's
some time we realized that this is his strong point. It's like
We gave up.
tariff.
Correct.
Like we used to be at him, like you can't,
Oh, yeah.
Now we
Oh, my God.
realize that he knows what he is doing.
We
This
don't
is not
argue in
our
forte at all.
strong point or our forte. What he does is very correct. So now, when there is anything like that, it's your call. You do it. You know the market. He's a great visionary. Actually, there are very few people who can actually, look at the future and say that this is going to work or that is going to work. There's not many people who can do that, and that's why he's a businessman and a successful one. Touch wood at that.
But yeah.
Because he's got the business acumen, so to
correct. So a lot of our travel agent friends used to always tell us like, हम सब सोचते हैं कि एक दिन होटल बनाएंगे, but तूने विजय तूने करके दिखाया. So that is very important. Like dreams, तो everybody has, but to make that dream come through, it takes a lot, and that's how it is. He's done it.
It's been supported by,
Yeah. Of course,
excellent team members.
supporting is one thing, but the thought, but take that first step, put all your eggs in that one basket and move forward. Like when we started with 7 rooms. We said, dekhenge. We've put everything in it, all our heart, love, everything in it. We didn't know what we were doing. We went to Bali, we bought stuff, we just bought random stuff. We were like all over the place, and we told ourselves, what can go wrong? We told ourselves, both of us just told ourselves, sat down and we said, what will go wrong? This is our baby, this is our investment. we've not borrowed money from anybody outside. We don't owe an explanation to anybody. I don't owe money to anybody. So even if it doesn't work, it will just work for our family, friends. We'll call friends over on a weekend. We'll have fun and they'll go back. Let's start that way. And that's how we started, and today what we are.
Okay, so perfect. You ended really nice way. Segue for me. So now you said that let's call friends, let's have fun, let's enjoy, even though, well, let's forget about the guests. Let's just, even if nothing works out, that's always an option.
Yeah.
And I feel everyone sitting at home, or everyone has a dream of starting a hotel or a restaurant for this exact reason. I want to host my friends. Indians, we're hospitable people, we love hosting, we call people at home. So now, do you really think, is it worth starting a resort? Is it worth it? And should you start a resort?
If you're passionate,
Correct.
and if you're a little bit eccentric, go for it.
Go for it.
Otherwise, it's not your cup of tea.
But passion and eccentricity is not the only thing you need. You need to be present here, because we have so many guests who come here, and they're all, of course, a lot of them have properties around in this area or somewhere else, and then they see this and then they ask, oh, it's run by, you know, a couple or whatever, it's a privately run thing. Even we want to, and I tell them point blank, if you or one of your family member is not going to be here 24/7, do not even think about starting it, it will shut down.
Yeah.
Because you have to be present. Being passionate or having loads of money, but it's like bringing up your own child, right?
Absolutely.
When the kid is a little baby, you have a nanny, yes, to, you know, clean up their poop, bring their water, heat up the bottle of whatever, etc. But the actual child you're taking care of, right? Or do you give a 1-month-old to your nanny and say, here, take care of it? No, you're there. You're constantly there monitoring. So it's exactly like that. It's just not passion and eccentricity, it's being there. And they've been here.
Yeah.
You know they've been here. You're pretty much, how many years were you on your own in Bombay? So you know they've put in there. It's just not the, you know, it's like their time that they put in there.
Yeah, a lot of sacrifice has gone. I mean, we've like cut down. When you said about friends, we had taken a 2 years actually sabbatical from our friends. We gave up on everything. At least this man, he used to be here Saturday, Sunday. I used to be taking care of the office. So there's a lot of hard work which has gone into building. This is not, people think, oh, it's very simple. When people come and say, oh, resort, wow, you're earning so much money. And people kept on asking this question for such a long time. When are you going to make all the money back? So we said, but we've never started with that intention of making money back. We never thought of getting to this business thinking, oh, I'm going to make 10x or 20x. We just started it because we had passion. And when we were dating, we used to just fun, and we used to say, oh, we'll open one shack one day, like I'll fry machi and you will sell beer in Goa.
From which angle are you going to fry machi?
But it was a dating.
She's not cooked one thing. Machi.
It was a dating, but it was a dating talk.
Okay.
And that came through eventually, and so.
I think so. If you're passionate, forget about hospitality or, you know, hotel business or restaurant business. Any business, if you're hardworking, if you're passionate,
I will add one thing.
the profit is your byproduct. Automatically, it becomes your byproduct. It's as simple as that. There's no wrong. Just stick to old school. Just work hard. Don't waste time. Just keep on working hard. Result will follow. That's about it. There's no rocket science to it.
I'll just add one more thing. His dad used to tell me this one sentence also, which I will never forget. So he used to tell me, even whatever you do, you have to be the number one in it. If you're polishing shoes, you're picking up garbage, that has to be number one. Like, you have to be the best, even if whatever kind of job you're doing. So that also, we had a lot of these things which
been
inculcated into
like
us.
If there are 10 boot polish guys on station, you have to go to the best one only. It's as simple as that. There is no brainer.
And also, when we started Amanzi, we had decided that this is our way or the highway, because in Vijay Travels, we were just wanting to make money. We were like at it, you know, because we were so young, we were passionate, we were like doing work. But when we started this, we said, listen, boss, we are going to go slow, we are going to do it our way. Nobody's going to tell us, oh, you're not doing well, reduce the rate. Oh, you're not doing well, do this, you not do this. No, we will take it as a time, we will do it our way. And it took a lot to come to that stage, but we did it. We had to do it, and we did it.
Okay, that's interesting. So I think we've got quite emotional and got all over the place, but I wanted to understand that from 2012 to 15, because we just jumped that 3 years, which I feel is extremely important, because right now, I mean, as you said also, he has ideas and he can see through. So when I also started and the first project was the bathroom, and I had zero idea about construction, and I couldn't even fathom what is PCC, soling, digging, patthar, then concrete. Then you have to figure out plumbing. When you're making a home or whatever you're constructing, everything is there. There's plumbing, electricity, everything is there. You just have to plug your pipe and water's coming through. But for here, there are like 500 other things you have to think about, the waste, the water and everything. So with zero, like coming from literally ticketing and hotels, 2012 you're stuck on this site with zero experience. So what was that? Any one story you have between that year that was like, damn, construction is like this? So like something you have to say from that period?
If I had to turn back the clock, if I had a time machine, I would again redesign, because that is there, number one.
Yeah.
Number two is, I've got a very bad habit of, if I have to do the smallest thing, I'll keep on doing research about it. If I have to even buy say for example a water tank, I will keep on reading about which one is the best, how to install it, how to implement it, keep on reading about it, ask feedback from my friends, from the contractors, and see the experience. And of course it's trial and error, but I think so the experience makes you learn the best thing. It's that's all the mistakes whichever have happened, we have tried to eliminate, and we are becoming better and better and better kind of a thing.
Yeah, because I've seen like right from the luxury suite, we've eliminated so many mistakes from there to
Correct.
this suite, we've eliminated so many mistakes. And then I think the owner suite, we've kind of
Nailed
almost
it.
perfected it in terms of no mistakes or no reruns.
Yeah.
And then Cocoon, I feel, also is now
Correct.
Yes.
kind of
Like an on autopilot. It would like
with no structural mistakes. I would
correct.
Absolutely.
Correct.
So now again coming back to the question of should someone start a resort, but yeah, I heard your answer there. But what should someone keep in mind if they are starting a resort? What's that couple of things they should, like those thumb rules? Like,
so it depends on who's starting the resort. Like people start a resort and give it off to somebody to run. You mean a person wants to start the resort on their own? There are a lot of answers to this question.
Someone sitting at home, let's put it that way. Someone sitting at home who's in the 35, 40, you guys were 42 around that time when you started a resort. So similar age, they have done something.
Age is not considered. Most
Okay.
important the budget. What budget you are looking at is exactly. You're talking about just making a Airbnb. You're focusing. You're making a bungalow and you're giving it for Airbnb. That is one segment. If you're coming a business hotel, you have to concentrate only on cities near the airports. If you're looking at
wedding,
then there is a totally separate segment for weddings and conferences, and then there is a totally separate segment for leisure. That's so it end of the day it all boils down to what's your budget. It's as simple as that.
I think I got a good answer, and we'll keep that for another episode where we dive into the analytics and the numbers of hospitality. So we get more from you.
You need
on
more than an hour for that discussion.
No, it will be good for people to understand that if you're opening a wedding hotel, what's your per key cost? If you're opening a resort like this, what's your per key cost?
Exactly.
correct.
If you're opening,
Their location is
Also very,
per key cost will still stay similar-ish throughout India. Per key you can still consider same. Yeah.
It all
but we
depends
come to
upon-
that later.
Yeah, exactly. Let's keep it for the next episode.
Yeah.
Now we through 2012 to 15, once you built it, once you started running, all the way up till now, you would have faced some challenge or some mistake, which you know that this one is the like, why did I do that? And then one which pinches you, maybe even now.
So many.
So many.
But that
so
one
many,
which
so
pinches
many.
you even now, which is
I could have 1 hour. one which is there. The water villa that was supposed to
And
my
someone should.
God. We had biggest
And it
flaw.
wasn't even my money that had gone. Like, you know,
So can someone please
that was the biggest mistake.
enlighten us
Actually,
on that?
biggest mistake.
Like from
I
scratch.
think so. Tushna would be able to.
She has all the passion. She will tell you with
So
that.
She's
tell
the
us
best person to explain.
So we have.
the garden view rooms which we have, and where you see the entire lawn that is made now so beautifully with the pool and all. So that area was supposed to be a dam. Okay, so it was supposed to actually fill up with water with the regular rain harvesting, and then it would have been like, so you're picturing like this very crystal blue water, maybe some lotuses or
with the
whatever.
pool at the same level.
It would,
Yes.
absolutely.
The pool
So
and the
from
same level.
Rooms when you would look out, it
Water.
would be like you're floating in water.
Water.
The rooms are, so it was supposed to be called the waterway. But no matter what, it wouldn't hold water. I think you spent lakhs and lakhs and lakhs of rupees
In
trying
waterproofing.
to, what do you call,
Waterproofing and
waterproofing it.
we try to concretize it.
Fill it up with water again. It just was a back and forth. I think almost
Twice?
3 years, 2 years went in this.
2 years.
over a
2
period of
years,
time,
2
2
years.
So
it was always called the water villa even then.
Yes.
It was called the
Without the
villa,
water.
Without the water, but it was called the water villa.
Yeah.
Yes.
And how we used to give explanation to the guests. When they say, where's the water villa? We were like, it's coming in the pipeline.
But,
Oof, that was like crazy.
Like when you say
It was
that
crazy.
money like flowing like water, that was literally that place.
That place.
So that was and then we decided that it's just best to do a lawn there, and that's when we filled it up with. How deep is that place?
It's huge.
It starts from 5 feet to 20 feet.
Exactly, it's like exactly.
And filling up that, remember that?
Filling
That was a challenge. In a running resort,
In a running resort,
we had how many trucks which came?
More than 500 tractors.
500 tractors came, and it was like we used to have like people were from there to there, we used to call each other, okay, coming in, okay, guest is there, fill, don't fill, stop, go, move. So it was like a chain, and the way we handled that whole thing, and more than anything, in a running resort, we've made all the new rooms also. So both of us know what we faced. So the challenges of facing a resort
luxury suite was
was
one of the
biggest challenges.
because it was right in
Front of the
deluxe and the premium deluxe rooms that
in
we see.
spite of making the whole facade over there to make it, but we had
I think that room from the time it started, it was like throughout making it, we used to get abused by the guests, so we've taken all that.
Everything.
And then even that room, believe it or not, the day, like a guest is checking in tomorrow, the entire night we have all stayed awake. The carpenter is still at it, polishing.
next morning till next morning.
2 o'clock is the check-in time, right? And we were at it till like 11 o'clock.
In the morning.
That is when that room was actually ready. So
And
there was nothing, there was no water in the pool.
Nothing.
It was like to the last, we were all like sitting and looking at it. Like, if you see the pictures in the night, I remember sending it to my friends. And I'm like, guests are supposed to come into the room tomorrow, this is what it looks like. But
It was the girls. I remember some girls.
girls.
They were girls.
They were
4
from
girls.
Kuwait.
4 girls from
Yes.
Kuwait. Yes,
Kuwait.
Kuwait. They were the ones from Kuwait. First booking which was there.
that room was like,
But and I mean, we all remember this. Like the best part of it is that people trust us. Before the pictures were even on the website, people who actually trusted us. Like for a wedding, like the owner's suite, we had a whole wedding sold before. Even
the
this
glass
one,
tree house, we
sold it much before even nothing was even. We didn't know what the finish is going to be looking like.
Same
But we
thing for
just
the owner's suite also.
same thing with the owner's suite. We've just like okay, take it up as a challenge. So like a
And
lot
the
of
cocoon.
trust in people with us.
And the cocoon.
And the
I've
cocoon.
sold the
And the
room
cocoon.
Yeah.
without having a pool in it, but someone trusted me saying,
Yeah.
the pool is going to be there.
Exactly,
I
exactly.
said,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah, we said pictures. I said, sir, trust me. And it's going to be the best. So it
I
is.
remember telling the guests exactly this, that trust me, you can stay in the cocoon, it's going to have a pool, it's going to have a bathtub. If you don't like it, I will move you to the owner's suite that day, and we blocked the room for the owner's suite as well.
Correct, I
was
remember.
like, I can vouch
Yes,
for that. Like I can put 2 rooms on one, but then he loved it and he was there.
Yes,
So yeah,
yes.
I know that feeling of.
So that's what I think we should have Amanzi tagline as a challenge. We love to take up these challenges.
Okay, so we can end on a slightly sweeter note. I think let's circle back to things on what you did right. Any one particular instance, or what you think, this was like you did this perfectly, or because I know there are 100,000 challenges, mistakes, and stuff like that. Anything you have in
did
mind?
right. Everything is right. Amanzi is right,
Yeah,
right?
which someone can take away, something like that. This is perfect. Like this is the way you should
but
do.
nothing started with
Perfection.
It all started with huge imperfections, and then over the period of time, we have kind of tried to perfect it, or a particular room where we thought that we can make changes. Since you've come, there are so many rooms that you just want to like demolish and say, if I can build it again, I'll do it again.
Of course.
But so I think they all start because they were not hoteliers to begin with. They had no idea. It was like Vijay is just the vision, the architecture. So we have to constantly tell him that you need to be a little practical when you're designing something, because he kind of loses the practicality part. It's like he just wants it to look so beautiful. So he kind of. So
Anything which is aesthetic is not practical. Anything which is practical is tough to be aesthetic.
Very difficult to find the balance.
That's the reason you don't like German cars, but you like Italian cars.
Fair.
So I mean, Italian cars, it's
Look good.
extremely tough to enter and exit. It's like it's in a plain, simple language.
So
and coming back to your question is, I'm not happy with there is no perfect. I don't think so.
I don't think we'll be ever satisfied.
Exactly.
I don't think we'll be ever satisfied with saying that this is perfect, this is done.
Exactly,
No, it's never going to be.
I'm never satisfied with anything.
If that comes, then you're finished. Every day, if you're going to be getting better,
there is always room for improvement.
Means you're finished. Like then you're becoming like a guru. Then you're going to be like on a mountaintop and saying, okay, I've got everything. So if nothing is perfect. Every day you're going to get more better and better and better and better.
So I think
but yes, we are better now.
I think we can end it with a simple quote, which is going with the words you've said, is that perfection is the enemy of progress.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
I think that sums it up quite perfectly.
Absolutely.
If you think about perfection to start with, you're never going to progress.
Absolutely.
Because I think with this room as well, that when we started, it was stark white. The flooring was white, and then you walked into the room, and it's like you need sunglasses to enter. And then
one of the very few people in this suite was a couple who had come from Kuwait.
Yes.
You know what they are like, used to, right? Like huge chandeliers and
Yeah.
dark colors.
So
And
minimal.
so when they actually checked into the room, and I remember checking them in, the lady actually came back down and she said, "Is this room not ready?" I'm like, "I'm sorry, I don't understand." She's like, "There's nothing in it." I said, "No, that's how it's supposed to be. That is the
Yeah.
So they actually thought that it was because it's a different kind of an aesthetic, right? It's very, very different.
Correct.
I think last year we added the wooden flooring.
Yes.
And then I think next March we're a lot of more changes to
More
this room.
changes.
And I feel
That also we should talk about it, like how we do it in every March in another episode, probably whenever you have the time. But yes,
the
we should.
maintenance
Maintenance of the
That's
hotel
another
is another one. Yeah, we should talk about that because people don't realize what goes into maintaining a place. So that's
I
a
think
big
building
topic to
resort
talk.
is the easy part of it.
But maintaining
Yeah.
is.
And maintaining it, that's where the challenge comes in.
Oh, yes.
Very, very huge, big challenge.
perfect. So thank you very much. So you have given a good insight to me on how things began. But you've left one secret thing in there. That Amanzi was not always called Amanzi. It was called